Oh, I can't start that now. Yes, I can. Can't delete it. So, good morning, everyone. I am, in case you don't know, Miss Tanya. I'm your holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner, joining you live from my bathroom at home. So, what I wanted to do is come on and just share with you all what I do for my scalp care regime here at the house. So, today is Sunday. And I have been invited to an event today. It's a holiday extravaganza that they're doing this early, but it's one of my clients. Her name is Donnie, and she is a shark. So there's more than just the sharks on the Shark Tank, because what a shark really means in the business world is that you are like a figures individual. That means you make over $1 million. I'm not a shark. I'm like a little Nemo or something in the ocean, but nonetheless, I'm starting to hang around people that got a lot of money, because that's what you got to do if that's what you want. And I want a lot of money, so I'm about to go hang out with them. There's going to be producers there. There's going to be other business owners there. So anyway, what I'm just coming on for is I'm getting ready to shampoo my hair, but I'm now starting to share the important step that we all should be doing prior to shampooing, which is exfoliating and massaging your surface, which is your scalp. Um, Listen, a lot of Americans are suffering right now with an itchy scalp. And quite frankly, I hear a lot of individuals call their scalp dry. Your scalp is not dry. Good morning, Vaughn. Guess what? Your scalp is not dry until after the day you die. Did you know that there's what's called marketing myths of the industry? And that's one of them. No, I'm sorry. It's called a marketing ploy. And what marketing ploys are statements that mislead you to believe things that are not true. Like saying that saying that a cake has no sugar. We all know the cake has sugar, but there are a lot of cake boxes that will have no sugar added on the front. So the same games are played in our hair care industry as well. So one of the ploys that the industry has played with our brains, I think that has worked, because I used to call my scalp dry, is calling the scalp dry. Listen, everyone, your scalp is not dry until after the day you die. Not even on the day of death, because your sebaceous gland that we all have excretes uncontrollably. We don't have control over the excretion of your oil gland or your sweat gland. So the marketing ploys have, I believe, brainwashed us all to believe that our scalp is dry. Listen, because everything I do and say makes sense, because I've done the research, because I was confused, and I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I couldn't understand, how is the scalp dry, So, or why are people saying that? So I did the research, and what I had found is that the reason individuals are saying their scalp is dry is because they see this whiteness on the surface, which I'm so proud of you for even looking. There's so many individuals that don't even look at their scalp. So those of you that are like me and you care, that means you're checking. You notice the whiteness on your scalp. So let me just break that down again, because this is anatomy, right? That means that's the education behind the human body. And when I read about the anatomy of our bodies, it clearly showed and told me, and it's even in the cosmetology textbook and Bible, I call that the hair Bible, that we have 3 glands of our body, and there's 4 different things that come out of each pore. Listen, the pore is the hole, and we have them all over our body, okay? Another thing that happens all over the body is you have a sebaceous gland, okay? That's sebum. So I say to a lot of individuals, like, why are you adding oil to your hair when you already excrete one? Why add these man-made oils that these folks and these manufacturers have made when God has given you oil on your own? You've had an oil gland since birth. But I didn't know that because I didn't go to school and study medical. I was ditching in high school. So I really did not come out of high school with the knowledge that I should have had. So I did not know I had an oil gland. Listen, I used to go get facials because I'm a licensed cosmetologist. And in my beginning days, the estheticians would always say, you have oily skin. I never understood what they was talking about. I thought they were crazy because I was lacking the knowledge, right? So now that I'm fully educated, we all have a sebaceous gland. You also have a sudoriferous gland. And then you have that eccrine gland. The sudoriferous gland, that's your temperature gland. So many individuals say to me, oh, I don't get hot. Yes, you do. That's like telling me you don't fart. I mean, you would like to not fart, but some of these things about the human anatomy, we have no control over. Like the heart, the beating of your heart. You can't slow your heart. I mean, you can suffocate yourself and that'll slow down your heartbeat, but then you're going to die. So that wouldn't be smart, right? But like the beating of your heart, you can't control that. You know what I'm saying? Sweating. So that's what we're getting into. So let me finish with the excretion. So you excrete temperature, that's out the sudoriferous gland. Sudoriferous gland is your temperature gland. Then you have your sebaceous gland, which excretes your sebum. All humans living have oil coming out the body, including the hair. So there's no reason, and it's highly unnecessary for you to be adding these commercial, non safe serums and oils to our hair. I always say to everybody, oil is for cooking, y'all. We all know this. But somewhere along the way, these marketing companies have brainwashed us to believe that oil is a good thing on our hair and our scalp, and it is not. That's another marketing ploy that has done well. There are over 80 million Americans adding oil to their scalps. And in fact, that's making the buildup worse because oil does not remove nothing. It's not a dandruff remover. Oil is not a hair growth product either. Those are all marketing myths because I've tested. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. OPHS debates. I pray that it's a question about what I'm talking about since you've gotten my attention. Go ahead, ask your question because you are in the presence of a real educator. And I'm a holistic practitioner that caters to WOCs or POCs. So let me get back to what I was saying. We need olive oil. Okay, well, PHS debates have not posted. No, we don't. We don't need olive oil, Vaughn. You excrete oil. So why would you need to add an oil that somebody made when God gave you oil in your body yourself? You excrete an oil. So if we just properly cleanse the scalp properly, you'll be able to regulate your sebum. You see, if you've got a whole bunch of scalp buildup blocking your pore, your sebum is not able to effectively regulate onto the rest of the surface. It's coming through the pore, and because you've got all that scalp buildup on the surface, it has nowhere to go, and it's going to now layer up on the scalp. Not only does sweat buildup cause hair loss, because guess what? There is 10% of salt in your sweat. I don't know if any of you have ever taken the time to lick your sweat. I have, and it's extremely salty. In fact, that is the ingredient within your sweat that causes you to itch. Itching is not a normal occurrence. That is one of your holistic check engine lights that tells you that it's time for you to shampoo your hair. And a lot of individuals don't realize this because I don't think anybody has ever led us down a hair care lane like I'm doing. I think we've all been pushed down the hairstyle lane. So it's all a bunch of treatment. Add this. Oh, your scalp looks dry. Add this. Oh, your hair is dry and brittle. Add this. Oh, your skin is looking funny. Add this. So I decided to come with an holistic detoxing solution. So what I do in my practice is I detox, I don't treat. It's a two totally different service that you book. If you're booking detoxing, that means you're getting things taken off of you. If you're booking a treatment service, you're getting things added to you. Now, if you walked in with a bunch of buildup on your scalp, a treatment is going to make your buildup worse. It's just adding to it. So let me get back to my scalp. So I'm about to wash my hair, and I have found that I cannot get the back of my scalp, but I just got my hair cut and I need to wash it. So this is just like, you can think of it like the flossing of your teeth. I know. There's a lot of individuals in the world that don't floss. I used to not floss my teeth, but then I wondered why my breath was stinking every day. And that was because I wasn't doing the whole approach of oral care. I was cheating and doing half the approach, which is only brushing. So no wonder my breath was always stinking after I brushed my teeth. I used to always have to put gum in my mouth to mask the odor protruding from my mouth. And that was only because I was not flossing and brushing. So when it comes to our hair, I've done the research to understand that those of us that are only shampooing are the ones suffering the most hair loss because you've got scalp buildup at the surface that's not being exfoliated off. Now, a lot of you may say, well, I shampoo my hair, Miss Tanya, so why is the shampoo not cleansing my scalp? Because your scalp and your hair are not the exact same organ. Your hair is one organ, which is round. Your skin is not round. It's flat and it's got layers more than the hair does. So we can't treat the hair and the scalp the same thing, and the hair and the scalp does not require the same thing. So in order for you to effectively cleanse your scalp, and this goes for trichologists as well as dermatologists, we have to start understanding and opening up our minds to accept a new approach because our climate is changing. Dermatologists may say, who is this girl? And why is she distracting everybody into thinking that they need to exfoliate before washing? Because, Mr. or Mrs. Dermatologist, our climate has changed. I'm sure that you haven't paid any of this any attention because they're so busy within their practices. But I'm holistic, so I look at everything. And I've realized that dermatologists clearly are not thinking about the fact that our climate has changed. We're living in much drier climates and we have much, much, much harder tap water. Those two right there are causing excessive scalp buildup in certain climates. And if you're going to see a dermatologist, look, they don't even touch you. All they do is throw you a shampoo and tell you to go home and shampoo your hair yourself. And listen, that shampoo doesn't get the buildup off the scalp. It only gets your buildup off the hair. It is a strong clarifying shampoo that they prescribed. I've tested it myself. I had a client bring in the shampoo that she went and saw a dermatologist that she even admitted was not working for her. Because what WOC or POC is going to go home and wash their hair 3 times a week? Anybody that's been to a dermatologist, you know you left. You went and got the shampoo, but you left and you didn't wash your hair every 3 days. So dermatologists are following the Caucasian approach. I have an approach for us ethnicity individuals, all of my POCs or WOCs that have a different lifestyle. We don't wash our hair every day or every 3 days at that. So the shampoo only approach is only affecting the hair. And then the shampoo that they give makes the hair super brittle. So now you got mad hair loss. So I tell everybody, your dermatologist is not going to do your hair. Miss Tanya does. I do both your scalp and your hair. Ooh, ooh. So I am exfoliating my scalp and I can see, can y'all see all that buildup coming up? Prior to shampooing, because shampoo don't get this up. And I shampoo my hair like every 4 days. I just had it shampooed Monday and I went a little long because my week was a little crazy. Just got into a little car accident yesterday morning. And I'm so busy in the suite that I'd be back to back. So I just did not have time to shampoo. And that's normal. There's going to be times in your life when you're unable to do the things you need to do. That's called stress when you're stressed. Listen, stress is not a disorder. Stress just means that you're having to think and do more things than you normally have to do. So that means you're distracted from doing the things that you normally do. That's all stress means. I used to think stress was like a disorder because so many people are so quick to be like, oh, that's from stress. So I had to do the holistics with that word. What does stress mean? Why people keep saying that? Because I've never said that. I'm stressed. I've never said that. I say what it is. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm pissed. I say exactly what I am. I've never used the word I'm stressed because I never really understood what it meant. So now that I did the research, I understand now. Oh, that just means that life done took you by surprise and you having to do a whole bunch of stuff that you normally don't be doing. That's what they call stress. They come with all these words to make us think that something's wrong with you. And ain't nothing wrong with you. You just got some extra stuff to do this week. That's it. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You don't need a pill because the doctor told you you're stressed. But here comes the hard part. Look, I got built up way back there. So let me ask, Vaughn, are you detoxing your scalp? Because we are. Oh, thank you, cute. Hello. Oh, you look so pretty today, baby. I love you. Hello, cutie. Or I mean, cute. Hello, kitty. I hope you feel better than that car accident. It was all good. God was with me. God stays with me constantly. So it could have been so worse. But the individuals that my vehicle struck, they didn't have no license. They couldn't speak English. They just kept staring at me. And I'm so concerned. I'm trying to ask them, are they okay? They had kids in the car as well. And they just kept staring at me. So I then realized, I got a problem here because they weren't communicating. So I then I had to call the police. And once they realized I had called the police, they left the scene. Okay, the last time I got in the van accident, I was like a kid, and probably 3 days ago, my stomach. Oh, I'm so sorry, kitty. I pray that you got better. And it wasn't a long, long turnaround for you to get back, to life. And because my life right now is kind of upside down. Like today, because of the accident, I can't get my car in, but I thank God it's drivable. But then yesterday, my darn radiator sensor thing decided to go out. So I'm going to now go use my dad's car because the event today is all the way up in Fort Collins. That's like an hour drive. That's like 100 miles away. It's always something. So look at my comb. Look at all that buildup that even I collect, and I wash my hair every 4 or 5 days. So I know the clients in my shop that go 14 days without washing, they have a lot of buildup in their scalp. And they wonder why their hair is coming out. And listen, that's another marketing myth to believe that you're supposed to lose 100 strands a day. My clients and myself and anybody else that uses my product, we don't lose 100 strands a day. You can literally count them, and they're under 20 a day. So my product has provided us with amazing less hair loss than we've ever seen before. I mean, clients before booking with me was really scared because they were seeing all the hair falling into the bowl in the bathroom. They could see all the hair coming out into the shower when they were washing their hair. And anybody in Denver, Colorado knows that I'm the only one offering hair growth and scalp care. Everyone else is offering just a hairstyle. So they're not addressing your scalp. You're going to go straight to the bowl. Most ignore your ends too. You're not going to get a precise trim, which means that you're not going to get any shorter. So this could be why so many individuals are struggling here with their hair because the scalp is being ignored. And listen, our scalp is like the dirt of a plant. There's a reason a lot of women have fake plants at home. It's because plant care requires consistent attention. You have to care for the dirt, you have to care for the leaves, you got to prune the deadness away, or else the deadness will take over the plant. And you got to make sure it has adequate light. Those are the three primary requirements for plant growth. But sometimes the individual that's caring for the plant doesn't understand how important the dirt is. So they put it in a window and then they just think that all they got to do is put it in some sunlight. Well, that's why it's not growing, because you have to make sure that dirt is right. Our scalp is like the dirt for our hair. So if you're out there and you're listening to me this morning and you are getting your hair, whether you're getting your hair done or not, I'm not in a salon, I'm doing my own scalp. Please exfoliate your scalp. Look, the scalp is the same skin that's on your face. This is the same skin that's here and that's here. I don't know why they call this scalp and this skin, because it had me even thinking that they were two different things, and they're not. So just like we exfoliate our bodies, right? We don't get into the shower and cleanse with our hands, right? Yet that's what you do to your head. You get your hands and you're doing this. Well, that's not enough to cleanse the scalp. I even have watched stylists use their fingernails. Do y'all know that fingernails causes sores? Just like if you were to scratch aggressively on your arm, you're going to make a whelp. A whelp is an open sore. You're doing the same thing in the bowl. And a lot of times the stylist is not aware of that you just put a big old whelp in your client's scalp because you're using your fingernails. That is so dangerous and unnecessary. So a comb. So your fingers are not enough, and that is dangerous as well. So you got to get a comb. And listen, all combs are not the same. These are those cheap 10-cent sharp combs that you would never buy to comb through your hair because they're so sharp you would poke the scalp. Well, these are the ones that I actually found to be more effective. Listen, I've tried lice combs, I've tried brushes, I've tried toothbrushes. I saw somebody use a toothbrush on TikTok, so I tried it. That doesn't work either. They was just trying to get some views, but they clearly was not interested in truly getting the buildup off, because when I used the toothbrush, the buildup was not coming up, and I get it all off in my suite. So just wanted you all to understand some of those important factors about our scalp. So many individuals booking with me have severe alopecia, and that just means hair loss in their edges and all over the head. And that's because they've been shampooing for years and years and years without lifting and detoxing any of their scalp buildup. That causes excessive hair loss, and it also prevents more growth. Listen, you all should be asking me, Tanya, where'd you get this scalp scratching from? Because I went to beauty school and they didn't teach us to do nothing like this. Beauty school only taught you how to treat the scalp, add something to it. That's going to make your scalp worse, okay? It's just like a dirty surface. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna add? Let me think. Let's make sense of this. Okay, so say you got a dirty surface on the counter. Are we going to? Let me think. You gonna put some tea tree shampoo on the counter to clean it? Because that's what a lot of individuals run to cleanse the scalp. That's not going to remove the buildup that has dried. Remember, it's in a dry state, so you need to lift it. You know how sometimes something gets hard, you got to lift it in order to remove it? That's what the scalp buildup is like. It's awfully tricky, and you have to be experienced and knowledgeable in order to truly address the different scenarios that people have, because everybody does not have the same amount of buildup. Some of my clients have mild buildup, some have moderate buildup, some have excessive. And the ones that have excessive buildup are the ones that have the highest densities. These are the ladies that the industry called 4C. I got a lot of 4C women in my chair. And of course, they love coming to me because I make their hair look like they have a relaxer. And I don't even use conditioner. I've done so much research, it's ridiculous. And found out so much stuff is uneven. Did y'all know conditioner is for a mannequin? It's true. Conditioner is a styling product. It's not a hair softener. But yet, that's what a lot of people kind of told me to use if I told them my hair was brittle. They told me to do a deep conditioning treatment. Well, in fact, that's a treatment and that's not the solution. If your hair is brittle, that means that you've got product buildup on your hair and you need to detox your hair, not add another product to it. We've done that already. So my research proved and showed that when my approach was used, the hair is so much more clean than it was when I was using conditioner. So this part right here is difficult to get, but as you see, I've taught myself how to hit these angles so that I can at least get my front detoxed, because I am very busy and it's difficult for me to find somebody that's off on the same day I am, which is Sunday, to get this done. So now I'm gonna go I just did all this side. Now I'm gonna go and do this other side, because look at this amazing growth. Like my hair was so, I just had it cut in Arizona, but the fullness, this was not like this. I used to be able to see through my hair, and now I can only see through it like way up here, which means my thin area is way out here, and this is all restoration. Like, wow, I did kind of like what Madam CJ Walker did, which was test my own approach, and my hair is getting fuller. I don't care if I don't get longer. I'm 49 years old. So once you get to my age, you come away from the fake nails, you come away from the lashes, and you come away from the weaves and the wigs, and you start catering to self and you start self caring a lot more. And what I noticed with my hair is that I don't like raggediness. I just don't. And I've noticed with my hair is retarded because it's never grown evenly. And I think a lot of individuals struggle with this same thing, just not confident enough to get on a public forum like I do and talk about it. But I used to always wonder, why does the top of my hair grow so fast and why don't the sides grow? My research proved it's because I lay so much. I do lay a lot of hours here at the house. So I'm suffocating my head heat. But that also prevents growth. And I didn't realize that. Now that I'm detoxing my scalp consistently, I have a much faster growth rate because the buildup that shampoo don't remove is being lifted. Watch. You see that right there? Your hairs can't come through that when they're trying to grow through. You know, there is what's called the anagen phase. That's the growth phase of your hair shaft. And if you are not lifting and removing this buildup that everyone has, listen, there's been no client that has booked with me that has come in with no scalp buildup. Everybody has it. Even my white girls have scalp buildup. I even checked a dog has scalp buildup. I had a baby in my shop. The mother brought the baby. The baby had scalp buildup. They call it cradle cap. That just means the baby's hot. And that baby probably has a lot of hair because cradle cap is only found in babies that have high density. Look, I've done so much research. It's empowered me because the industry and beauty school surely didn't give me this knowledge. So I had to sit my butt down and read because I hate to read. That's why I used to ditch in high school. I don't want to do all that. But within my practice now, I had to go and fetch. I had to be a Sankofa and go back, and I had to read to understand and clear my confusion. Listen, y'all, this is another piece of confusion I think you all have too. I thought moisture was for sale. It's not. And I was so mad when I did the research because I can't believe I believed so many PLCs that told me, oh, you can go buy moisture. If you need moisture for your hair, just go buy some conditioner and do a deep conditioning treatment. There is no moisture in any plastic bottle. So let's do a little exercise here. With everyone that's on, I've got at least 45 people on here with me. Can everyone post for me? Nah, let's not do that. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep it moving. But moisture is not for sale, everybody. Moisture is a synonym for humidity, my people. So if you have somebody that's trying to convince you to put moisture in your hair and they're trying to tell you to use a product, they're not educated. Because anyone that's educated knows moisture is outside and it's for free. And you have to live in a certain climate in order to truly lock in moisture. You can't lock in moisture if you live in a dry climate. And water, tap water is not moisture. Hell, I got a water product and my product ain't moisture. It's hydration. But I had to learn these different waters to understand and be able to lead you all properly because I got sick of following other individuals that was repeating all these marketing myths, telling me to hydrate my skin with oil. You can't hydrate with oil because there's no hydrogen found in any oil. Hydrogen is one of the two molecules found in water. That's why it's called H2O. And hydration is the verb tense for hydrogen. Moisture is also water, but it's precipitation. That's up in the air, and it ain't for sale. Excuse me. I didn't know this. I thought moisture was in a bottle of conditioner. No wonder I was struggling. No wonder my clients were chair hopping on me because I was making them struggle even more. I mean, come to the shop, spend all that money, and then wake up the next day poofy. I didn't know that was happening. I really didn't. I don't know what I thought. But once I started doing the research, I started learning from my clients like, wait, what? You paid for a 1-day service? That's not okay. Your hair should last anytime you go into the shop and get anything done. It should last. But I did not realize that that was the conditioner doing that to us. Because now that we don't use conditioner, man, our hair never gets frizzy. And guess what? Miss Tanya, I was born in 75, y'all. I'm a 49-year-old woman. I'm not a young chick. And when I first started doing hair, it was in 85. I was in high school. And there was no conditioner on the market, y'all. Conditioners didn't start selling until 1990. VO5 came with it, then Paul Mitchell, then Pantene. So prior to 1990, nobody used conditioner. So the only individuals that really believe that you need conditioner are the individuals born after 1992, because you were born into all of this stuff, right? You think you need a heat protectant. We didn't have no heat protectants, and we was pressing hair left and right with pressing combs off the stove, mind you. And we didn't have no heat protectant, ladies. So please don't believe that these things are needed. Now, you know we're Americans and you can use what you want. You can pour gasoline on your hair if you want, and you can go get some mud and mix the gasoline with mud and make your own product and call that a mask. Nobody's going to take you to jail if you do something crazy like that to your hair because it's up to us to care for our hair. But if you really, 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 really want to do good for your hair, you don't need conditioner or heat protectant or oil. Unless you have high density is the only time you need an oil. I was mad about that one too when I did the research because so many people are like, you need to add oil. You can do what you want to do, but make it make sense. And once I learned that I excrete an oil myself, like, well, what would I add an oil for that somebody else done made? They don't know me. So just think about that the next time you go to grab a bottle of oil and put it on your hair. Just remember you're adding to your hair, which could be causing your problems. Sometimes it's what needs to come off, not added, is the solution. And this feels so good. Man. Oh, y'all see it coming up? Because I see it flying. Look at the comb. So I have to admit that I can only do the front of my hair. Oh my God, look at y'all see all them flakes on my cape? On my scrubs? Oh, I feel empowered. It's almost like when you dig in your nose and you get a booger out, you feel productive, huh? Like, oh, I got it. That's how you feel when you scratch your scalp. I want everybody to start doing this. Come on now. You want to minimize your hair loss, right? This is the solution. And you'll do better if somebody can help you, because somebody that helps you can get the back of your head, because I cannot see back here. But I'm going to try to get it here in a minute. Anybody have any questions for me? Oh, I wash my hair as soon as the shedding becomes excessive. And honestly, that is the what I call the holistic check engine light for everybody. And it's different for everybody because we all live different lifestyles. So the research showed that when it's time for you to wash your shedding, hair loss, alopecia, because that all means the same, breakage, hair loss, shedding, and alopecia all means the same thing, all means hair loss. When that becomes excessive and you noticing like, dang, like right now, see, I'm about to wash because look at all this hair. You see that? That I just got out my sink. So when I start seeing this coming away from my head, oh, it's time to shampoo, because the research shows that as soon as you shampoo, your hair loss resets back to minimal again. Instead of adding oil or ignoring and keep going, because listen, I hate to tell everyone, but just like your sweat stinks under your underarms and in your other area, it stinks in your head too. But the problem is most people can't smell their head musk because your nose is below the odor. So when people come in to get their hair done and they've gone more than 2 weeks, they wonder why I stretch my back out like this to shampoo them, because the odor is very strong. So I want you all to understand that you don't want to be walking around with a smelly head. And that occurs when your sweat builds in the head, just like your feet. That's why your feet stinks, because it got sweaty, period. I used to think like the shoes made my feet stink. No, that's your sweat. And the composition of your sweat all determines on what you eat. So if you eat a lot of salt, your sweat's going to be salty. If you eat a lot of flour and baked goods, your sweat's going to be cakey. I wish I had my flakes here. I've collected different flakes from different clients, and some of the build-up flakes are brown, some are white, some are thick, look like a piece of a beehive, and then others are very thin. So that's showing me and proving to me like, wow, we are all individually sound. We're not mannequins. And we're all different. So we all have different scenarios. This is one of the problems I noticed with society today, is that there's no one really to lead us and to make sense of all of these marketing ploys and so forth. I mean, man, I still get mad at myself for believing that I thought moisture was in a bottle, a plastic bottle in the beauty supply store, y'all. That ain't true. Moisture is in the air. It's water. It's another word for it is humidity. I thought moisture was conditioner, y'all. And no wonder I was struggling. And no wonder, like, because sometimes you'll get a smart client and they'll give you that look. And I was like, I wonder what she's looking at, because she knew the truth. And here I am trying to convince a client that I'm going to provide you with moisture for your hair by adding conditioner and putting a plastic baggie on your hair and putting you under the hooded dryer. That is not how you get a moisture treatment. Oh, I got questions. Hi, KM. Hi, IM. What about dandruff shampoo? We tried it. I just told you that I tested the dermatologist shampoo. That's supposed to be the best anti-dandruff shampoo on the market, is the one you go get from the dermatologist, and that didn't cleanse the scalp. In fact, I took a video of her scalp prior to using the shampoo. Let me tell you the story, what happened, because this was really, really, really enlightening for me. So again, the client came in and she was a little new. So I did not know that she had already started seeing a dermatologist when she realized that she was not happy and nothing was happening. Her scalp still looked the same after using their shampoo, is how she found me. So she comes and she joins my restoration hair and scalp restoration program, and then has a follow-up appointment. So she calls me and she says, Miss Tanya, can I bring in my shampoo? Absolutely, bring it in. Because what I wanted to do, I had already tested the shampoo before, but I wanted to prove to my client that the dermatology shampoo is not cleansing her scalp because she really believed that it was. So she comes in, and I'm smart enough to do the video prior to add it to wetting her hair with the tap water. So I parted her hair open to expose the scalp. I do an amazing zoom in my private practice. And then I show the client. So when I showed her the scalp buildup, we both agreed, yep, you got buildup. So then I said, come on over to the bowl. Now, mind you, she had already been in my chair before. So she goes, wait, Miss Tanya, aren't we going to detox my scalp? I told her, we're following the dermatologist approach. They don't detox scalps. They just want you to use this shampoo 3 times a week. So let's go straight to the bowl. You should have seen her face. She was so uncomfortable, but she did it. So she comes over to the bowl, and I told her, I use a brush. I don't use my fingers. And I shampooed her 3 times. Hair was squeaking. The hair was clean, but her scalp was worse, y'all, because we had added the stuff in the tap water on top of the buildup she already had. I bet you none of you on here ever stop to think what the tap water is leaving on us, huh? Because that is the problem. I'm not saying the shampoos don't work. I'm telling you, remember in the beginning of this live, I spoke about our underlying factors is the climate and our tap water, my people. Listen, I've dived deep. Forget the products. Before we grab a product, let's talk about the climate you reside in, and let's talk about whether or not you're rinsing your hair and your body with heavy water, or do you got light water? And if you don't know these things, you're going to forever struggle because you're going to keep reaching for the wrong solution because you don't even understand what the underlying factor is. That's what Miss Tanya is here for you for. So hold up. I need everybody to subscribe. I'm not going to say another word. I want everyone to subscribe to this channel, okay? Yeah, you're fine, good eye. So keep doing that. I mean, if you want more hair, the only people that shouldn't be detoxing their scalp is someone that don't need no more extra hair growth. And that's not everybody in the world. Some people are fine with the length that they have, and some people were born with long hair. I didn't get it. So I'm detoxing my scalp because I like, first of all, how it feels. My scalp feels so much cleaner. I kind of get high watching all this pop off and then realizing like, dang, all of this comes off, but yet I've been just keeping it packed down on my scalp all these years. So back to the tap water, y'all. Once you wet the buildup with tap water, it kind of acts like flour. It is so difficult to get off of your scalp at that point. That's why I say the shampoos don't work. And I'll say it again, shampoos, even the listen, I did the research. Anti-dandruff shampoos do not say it's going to cleanse your scalp. It tells you it's going to clean your hair, my people. No wonder. Oh, no wonder. We see anti-dandruff and we assume, because nobody told us that those shampoos are going to remove the flakes from our scalp. It clearly says it only removes it from the hair. I never caught that, y'all. Did y'all ever catch that? Because, I'm holistic. I look at the whole now. But I never caught that. Useful gibberish. Check it out. Go to the store today. You don't have to buy no product. Do like I do. I do a lot of research without purchasing the product. I just go to the store, look, and I take products and turn it around to the back while I'm in the aisle, and I start reading. And you will find that you can get Selsun Blue, you can get some tea tree stuff, you can get some Head and Shoulders, you can get whatever anti-dandruff shampoo you want. It's not going to tell you that it cleanses your scalp. You got to exfoliate with a comb. Now, let me just give you the history of where I got this from, because beauty school did not teach me to do this. Listen, by the time cosmetologists got into skin, we were not going over the head. We were onto the face and did not teach me how to do this. This is a part of my culture. I am an Indian-blooded POC. My mother's Indian, so is my grandmother. Cherokee, to be exact. I'm sorry, we're Blackfoot. And this side of my head is getting thin. That's why I wanted to get in here and exfoliate, because I know I sleep on this side a lot. But anyway, this was actually a part of my culture, everybody. Any Indian-blooded woman that was born in 1975 or later agrees with me. This was something we all did when we were little. It's a part of our culture. We never went to the bowl without scratching our scalps first. And I got away from this because the industry was not doing it. And I used to hate doing it as a child. I thought my mom was crazy wanting me to do this to her scalp all the time. Thank you, Master Hybrid. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got so much good coming for you all that's going to explain everything that I'm talking about in detail. Because I feel that if I was confused and I went to beauty school and I went back to be an educator, y'all, I worked for Empire Beauty School back in 2011. I didn't go back because I was broke. I didn't go back because I was struggling to get clients. I went back because I was confused. And I'm smart enough to know that if I get a job teaching, I'm going to learn the full, you know what I'm saying, book. And I sure did. And one of the two things I learned is there's no scalp detoxing taught, and there's no hair trimming taught either. Ooh, that hurt me and hit me hard when we got done with hair cutting, which means cutting the hair shorter, because that's what we were trained to do in beauty school. Some people wonder why they leave and end shorter. That's what we was trained to do. I said, Mr. Trainer, when are we going to learn how to trim? He said, we don't teach that. I did them just like this. Ooh, maybe that's why so many clients goes in and asks for a trim, but they get chopped because that's what we were taught. I mean, anybody that has gone to beauty school, you do not know how to trim, or excuse me, address the whole head without making any areas shorter. I know how to do that. And I'm going to train anybody that wants to learn how, because it's not everybody. I already realized that. Look, I was talking to a stylist the other day. I was trying to inspire her to make this money because I'm well over 6 figures a year now, and I only offer one service. I don't offer hair coloring no more. I don't offer extensions. I don't do locks no more. I don't do braids. All I do is hair and scalp restoration, and I'm booked solid. But I was trying to inspire her to do more for her clients. And she looked at me like I was farting as I'm trying to tell her, like, you should start detoxing your clients' scalps. She was looking at me like this. And I was like, but your clients are going to love it. And she was like, you doing too much, Tanya. I'm doing too much. And then she told me, I ain't got time to be doing all that. Oh, I was shooketh. I was like, you really got that kind of an attitude and you're standing behind the chair taking money from people? Talking about, I ain't got time to be doing all that? Whoa, no wonder clients are booking with me left and right. Because I care. You know what I'm saying? I care. I'm going to do a lot extras for my clients because that's how they pay you and stay with you. Shoot. Like that. So as y'all can see, I struggle with this side of my hair. I'm struggling. Maybe if I go up. Ooh, there we go. I'm getting it now. See, I just got to figure out the angles. Ugh, that feels good. Okay, I'm getting it. Hey. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Tell your mom to pay me back child support. Who is that? This is how I get the back, because the nape is another common collection spot for your sweat. A lot of individuals wonder why their nape area is so thin. You probably got some scalp buildup back there that you have not exfoliated up. I mean, I've done men's beards. I've done men's hair. I just did a man's beard in Arizona. That video will be coming soon. And he had a whole bunch of buildup in his beard, and that was his face. Wasn't even his head. Oh, feels so good. It's like head sex, y'all. So I wonder, is anybody on here gonna now start exfoliating your scalp, increasing your blood flow, and lifting your buildup off your surface? Look at my edges growing. They were so short. And now I can lift my edges. Oh, ah! I didn't have no hair there for a long time because I was not detoxing my scalp. Kept adding oil, listening to this industry, copying other people without doing the research. Now that I've done the research, I was like, whoa, no wonder my hair was shedding. I had oil buildup in my hair. Using a moisture shampoo, using conditioner. I was doing all type of wrong stuff and did not realize this. So that's what inspired me, y'all, to sit down for us and go through these books and get the proper knowledge, just like understanding where moisture lies. It's not in a plastic bottle and it's not for sale. Jesus Christ, that helped hurt my feelings. And then I had to ask myself, what made me believe that? All righty, time for me to go through the comments. Anybody got questions? Look, this is my water here. I do not have a chemical in my hair. The hair didn't look like this with a relaxer. Hair didn't do this with a keratin blowout. True. Hair don't do this with serum in it. It don't move. So I found this hair heaven and everybody is loving it. Ooh. The only people that are not in love with my approach are those that are not following it. Because once you start following it, you're going to be like, whoa, my hair is way better than it was before. Let me get to the comments, y'all. If you have any questions about your scalp buildup, itchy scalp, let me know because I'm doing my comments now. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Again, I need you to like and subscribe, okay, once we get off of here. But I've gone back up to the top, so I'm going to address every question as it came across, okay? So if any of you ask a question, hang in here with me. We're going to conduct my Q&A, which is what I do at the end of all my trainings. I want to make sure everybody is clear and understands. I don't want nobody confused. I'm not trying to be a part of the problem, everybody. I want to be a part of the solution, okay? Dermatologists are not helping us. Trichologists are not helping us because I've researched them too. I almost registered for UTI, which is the University of Trichology Institute, but then found out, like, hold up, so you guys are not teaching and training on how to remove the scalp buildup? They were like, no. Oh, you can withdraw my my application. I'm not going to be a part of the problem. So let me address and hold Q&A. Hello, Vaughn. Can I be a shark? Yeah, you can be a shark. You got to get your money up. I'm trying to be a shark. So yes, you can be, anybody can be a shark. You just have to be making over $1 million within your business. I'm about to go meet a whole bunch of them today up in Fort Collins at this amazing event that I'm a VIP at. I'm not a regular ticket holder. I'm a VIP ticket holder. We're going to have a red carpet event. There is a podcast taping that I get to be in the audience for. There is also going to be holiday shopping. I'm also walking in the fashion show. There is a African designer that is going to be a part of this event, and they selected me to walk today. So I'm excited about that. I did that last week and it felt good, and I could really feel the blood moving around. Yes, Vaughn, do it every day. Just like your teeth. I know there's some adults that don't brush their teeth every day. I know this for a fact. But the more you brush, the cleaner things are going to be. The more you exfoliate, the cleaner things are going to be. And the cleaner things are, the healthier it is. Everybody had me brainwashed to believe that dirty hair is healthy. That is not true. And when you think about it, that don't make no sense. Even those that say it, my hair does better dirty. Huh? Like, we got to stop that, you know. All right, let me keep going. Wildflower. They say anything to make money for us to buy products. That is very true. They call things a repair treatment when it's not. They call things a moisture treatment when it's not. They tell you that it's going to revitalize and rejuvenate when it don't, you know. So you have to get the knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge, you're going to be pulled by these marketing myths and ploys. Okay, Ryan Pierce, you are well spoken. Thank you, Ryan, so much. I hope to be a public speaker. I hope somebody will invite me to come and speak at their event or their seminars so that I can drop this knowledge about the tap water, because a lot of people ain't thinking about what the tap water is doing to us. That's the underlying cause for eczema, and it's the underlying cause for dandruff and scalp buildup of the scalp. But nobody's thinking about that. Also, we'll come and educate about the climate. Nobody's thinking about what the climate's doing to our hair and how it behaves. But climate plays a big part in whether or not what a product does on your hair. So thank you, Ryan. You have a great eye. I hope to meet you one day. It's not dry. We all excrete different levels of sebum. That is correct, Vaughn. Sebum, I have too much. That is true. My father has an overactive eccrine gland. He sweats his butt off. So some people were born with an overactive sebum gland. That is very true. OPHS never asks the question. Oh, when I go outside, I sweat immediately. Why is that? Because you must live in a hot climate, I'm assuming, because people that live in a cold climate do not sweat immediately when they go outside. So my research shows that I would assume that you're in a hot climate. So I answered. Sorry it took me so long. Oh, he said, bye, I have to go. The build-up, exfoliate the scalp, cleanse the scalp, and the hair will grow better. Correct, Vaughn. And less shedding. Correct, Vaughn. You look so pretty. Thank you, cute. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. We were talking about the accident at that point. I'm good. I drive a Tahoe, so I tore their car up. I was like, oh, snap. I just got a little dent in my door, but their whole bumper and the light came out the socket. And then they took off. I got full coverage. I'm an insured driver, but they were not. And he came to me too at the accident. He was like, ma'am, if the police come, they're going to take my car. And of course, that was pissing me off because I'm like, ain't even supposed to be on the streets driving anyway. And I probably wouldn't have hit you if your butt was not on the streets with expired tags, no license, and no insurance. You ain't got no business driving a car. But they left. So now I'm not at fault. So now, they was like, this is just like you hitting a pole or something. There is nothing on my license, which is great. And this is not a moving violation on my insurance premium, which is also great. However, I do got to put in the claim because I'm getting mine. I ain't going to be driving around in no raggedy Tahoe. No, Miss Tanya, don't do nothing raggedy. So I got to go drop that off later on this week. Okay, the last time I got in the van, oh, I read that one, cutie. I did it a few days ago. I'm just looking for questions. Okay, what about dandruff shampoo? I think I addressed that. I'm only looking for questions. How often do you wash your hair? I wash mine every 4 days because my hair loss becomes excessive on day 4. I don't like seeing my hair coming from my head because I don't have a lot of it to begin with. So I now know that all we got to do is wash our hair. That's cheap, very affordable, and you don't have to book with nobody to wash. Even without doing your scalp, you will reset your hair loss back to minimal. I'm not going to say shampoo doesn't get nothing off the scalp. It don't get it all off, and that's my problem. I'm thorough. I don't like nothing that's half-ass and then call it healthy. Oh, my scalp is half-ass clean, so it's healthy. My teeth are half-ass clean, so I got healthy teeth. No. You got to be thorough. We all know this, so looking good, miss. You were in high school in 85. Correct, Justin. I'm 49 years old. I'm about to be 50. In February, I was born in 1975. So by the time 85 rolled around, I was heading into high school, 9th grade for me. Ah, you see my 3-way mirror. What about dandruff shampoo use? You gotta exfoliate. I don't care what shampoo. If it's tea tree, anti-dandruff, it can be Selsun Blue, Head and Shoulders. I don't care what you use. The tap water makes it soggy. Therefore, the shampoo cannot remove it when it's in its soggy state. So you got to get buildup off the scalp in the dry state before you wet it for the shampooing phase. That's why shampooing's not working. It's not the shampoos itself. Everybody is ignoring the tap water. I'm not. I'm holistic. I look at all things involved. And the tap water is the problem. Makes it soggy, makes it look like it ain't even there. And when it's soggy, it does not come up from the scalp at all. It's like flour. You're just going to move it around, but it doesn't pop up off the surface, my people. Do you use cool water to clean hair? My product is cool, yes. Just so that you know, I did the research with that because I didn't understand why people said cold water was healthier or whatever, but it's a cleaner water. Your cold water source in any house, no matter where you live, does not have a P-trap. I'm lying. It does have a P-trap. I just misspoke. The cold water comes from a different source. I'll say it that way. Or your hot water comes from a different source. The hot water does not come from the ground. Your cold water does. Hot water comes from a tank. It's called a hot water heater that's found in every dwelling unit. It's usually in a closet, hidden away. But your hot water comes out that tank, and inside that tank is rusty. I've owned 3 houses in my time, so I had to replace my hot water heater back in the day. And I'm nosy, so I took my finger up the spout and rubbed it around. It was a gang of rust in there. So it was like, whoa, no wonder we itch on our legs when we take hot showers and you feel that tightening feeling happening to your skin. That's the tap water, hot tap water doing that to you. That's all that rust being left behind. So it's always a good idea. Oops, I didn't mean to change my background. Sorry. It's always a good idea for you to what I call do a last rinse with cool water. And I do so with my product. It's called My Water Beauty Solution. Let's keep it moving. I'm looking for questions. Vaughn, I figured you was Indian. My grandma always did this. Envision proven success. We never shampooed our hair without scratching the scalp, and I can't believe I let beauty school distract me from doing it and started adding oil to cover it up. That was so unprofessional, I can't see straight. But I'm very proud now that my clients are no longer suffering with scalp conditions or issues. They've been well educated. They know how to manage it at home. They're no longer losing their hair. They're growing like crazy now in my chair. I wish I had a Tanya behind my head, but I can't find nobody to care the way I care about hair here in Denver. So they all booking with me, and my hair is struggling. I just went and got mine cut in Arizona. See how neat it is? I needed it so bad because it was so uneven. So now my goal is to stay on track, stay consistent, so it don't start getting jacked up again and end up in the same predicament as it was before. All right, do you use cold water? All right, looking for questions. I'm gonna start, but what comb do you recommend? The link to my Amazon store, everyone, is in my description. Visit my Amazon store link, browse through, and you will find they're red, they're not blue, but you'll find a 12-pack of fine tooth combs, because can't just use any rat tail. Most rat tails are smooth. It has to be a fine and it has to be sharp, okay? And it's in my Amazon link. All right, looking for questions. My scalp has a lot of buildup. What to do? You got to exfoliate. Got to exfoliate with a comb. You all watched me just do it. Please keep up the... Hi, princess! Tender-headed, let's let the oils work down the strand. I too lived with dirty hair. All right, what if you don't see dryness coming off? I train to still get the hair, because remember, scalp detoxing provides two birds with one stone. This comb is going to increase your blood flow as well as remove. Look at all that was on my comb, that was on my scalp. Even though I don't have a lot, why would you leave that on your scalp if it comes off? Why not get it off, right? So thanks everybody for joining me today. I pray that you all learned something new. Thanks again for joining me here in my home. I came on raw with no makeup, have not done my hair, and you all watched me exfoliate the front of my head because I can't see the back, and you've also watched me do the nape. I hope to encourage and inspire you all to start conducting a holistic scalp detox prior to you shampooing your hair so that you can minimize your hair loss and you can also initiate a faster hair growth rate like the rest of us. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so the next time I come on live, you'll be notified right away, okay? Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great Sunday. Bye. Oh, I don't know how to end the live. Oh, there it goes. All right. See you all later. Love you all.